Hello, Sim here. So this is my second game as per the little thumbnail. And what a pleasant surprise to walk away with an 8KD. It won't be the most exciting, fast-paced game because it was my second game with the beta. So I was still fairly impressed, or pretty happy, chuffed, blah blah blah. But you know, this gameplay will give you an idea of how the map flows. You know. For those of us gamers who are more, shall we say, normal and don't do 50 bombs every other game. So you got to see my sensitivity settings that I was using, and as the game played throughout the night, it was typical. It was getting later, more people getting on, servers are getting stressed, and it didn't seem to play so well, but was a mix of internet, that time of night, tiredness, gamers getting better, and there will be a few cheeky kills like that one where you got some AFKs. So you've been warned. So there will be, you know, it's not cheating. It's if they walk away from their console, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I'm playing with the is it the airborne division, the one that gives you the suppressor option, which I don't even use this game round. Because I probably haven't even unlocked it at this point in time, I suspect is the reason I don't. Because you get to unlock different skills, abilities, whatever they're called, per your division as you know, rank up with that division. It's quite interesting that the way they've stripped back the simplicity of your class setup, depending on what sort of perks you're going to get effectively inbuilt into your class. Or as it's now called, create a division, not create a class. And you get different abilities, so suppressor gets unlocked for this, other things will get unlocked for different divisions. So that will encourage, and I would encourage everybody to definitely try out these different divisions to see what's what. Now different guns definitely feel differently, you know, more so than usual, but I think it's good. So still struggling to find that sensitivity that's perfect. I'll probably go back down to the 4 and 5, which seems to be the one that works for me in general. One of the things I struggle to get used to, and you'll notice that I've got the safe area squeezed in as much as possible, was the minimap. Okay, so I understand circle area, it's very World War II like and all that jazz, but I still struggled to use it. I guess we're all accustomed to the square or rectangular mini-maps, and trying to use the circular one you know, I guess it's a case of time of getting used to it. And it looks about the right size, I guess. I wouldn't mind if it's expanded a little bit, but I think there's a perk or something along those lines to enlarge in that circle a little bit more, so you can see enemies from further away. So that would be good. Yeah, so later on I got to play with a suppressor class. And I think there's only 3 maps we've played, and this one, Gibraltar, I think is the one that I've easily adapted to. I'm not saying they're all horrible or anything along those lines. I think, you know, there's going to be maps that you feel more gelled at. Now, sound whoring it's there and it's not there. You can hear footsteps around you, but the positioning of those footsteps and where they are with respect to you is not so clear. And I don't demonstrate it here, but the jump shot, absolute key in this game. I did jump shotting so much in other games and it saved my bacon. It may be in my next game where I get to use the suppressor. Now this is hard to use. I've only called that in like a couple of times so far. So you've got to really pre-aim where you can see that they're heading and just get it heading that direction quick and hope they're still running in the same direction, because there is no last minute course corrections that's possible even for this guide. And you can bomb, but you can see that my aim is a little bit all over the place sort of thing. So I don't know. Sim doesn't game for a week. He's really rusty with the controller, and here's some real cheeky kills. Well, if you didn't know how melee works, let me demonstrate for you. And I get a clean house too. Woo! Yeah, so this one I thought, oh, maybe we'll walk straight up here, but there's a chalkboard there, so no, you can't go up there. So it's interesting. So far, my impression of the maps is that they're fairly well designed. You know, it's real early days, and there's some interesting bits and pieces, especially when you go in the trenches. And I thought this guy was going to run to the left, but I don't know if he went down and then around, because they're all around to the right hand side of me on the map now. But it's like the orientation of the footsteps. That's my biggest gripe with the game. If I can have the ability to hear footsteps, I'd like to know when I've got an expensive pair of headphones whether they're left or right, not just both coming out of the same headphones saying they're all around you. Somewhere there's enemies around you. But that would be my only gripe. Connections early in the evening were good. Here we go for another cheeky kill. But yeah. And it's early days, so later on today, Friday, I will find out how this game is playing. It would have given them a chance to analyze their, you know, server loads, net statistics, all this jazz. And unfortunately, I don't call in my glide bomb at this point in time. It's a real shame, but there we go, because we're about to run out of time, because we've pretty much won. That's obviously 75 points. Gonna kill my kill is stolen from me. So there we go, we get 16 kills and 2 deaths. What's interesting, the final kill cam is no longer the final kill. Yes, it's the kill from the winning side, but it's the kill sequence from what the game determines is the best kill sequence of the game. Lucky me to get featured in the final kill cam. So there we go, the game takes a little while to exit, so I've sped it up. Let me know what you guys think about this game if you've got your hands on the beta so far, and until next time, this has been Sim.